Chicken Wing Ninja and Bizmo the Cleaning Ninja Troll. Lesson number 8. The word cruelty. The word cruelty is a non-virtue. It means to both deliberately cause pain or suffering to another life or being for the pleasure of it, or to feel justified in doing so, and to have the ability to remove or lessen that pain and suffering and to not do so. Cruelty can appear to be violent even though it isn't cruel, like a tiger hunting a deer, an eagle catching a rabbit, or a shark biting a seal isn't cruel even though we may feel sorry for the animal they will eat, because animals don't take pleasure in violence like people do. We can imagine cruelty as a prickly kind of beast that begins as something small when we are young, like when a person wishes injury to another they feel deserves it, or telling someone who has been hurt that they deserve it, or taking pleasure in poking the person next to us in class. These feelings, thoughts, and actions can be a difficult part of growing up. They can be even harder to understand. Being guided through the ways of this non-virtue helps us understand the differences between our humanity and brutality, justice and abuse, which can often appear as the same thing to those who have caused injury or hurt, just as they can to those who have been injured or hurt. However, if we let it, this non-virtue, prickly beast, can grow bit by bit till it is able to take away our ability to see the suffering and harm we might do if we are not careful, because it is a very, very crafty non-virtue that uses our beliefs, desires, interests, and injuries to make it difficult to see those we hurt as beings who feel pain and can suffer just like we do. Let's look into the word cruelty and see what Chicken Wing Ninja story we find. Let's see. Looks like the story, oh yeah, Substitute Teacher. I like this story. Are you ready? All right, let's begin. Into a noisy grade 6 class stepped a teacher the students didn't recognize. In a nervous voice, she said, "Good morning, children," as she approached the chalkboard and wrote her name, Miss Siddiqui. "Your teacher," she said, "is away today and I will be filling in. Please take your seats." The students could tell she was a bit nervous and that she probably didn't have much teaching experience. One of the boys in the back of the class shouted out, "How do you say your name, Miss Freaky?" And the class laughed a bit. To which the teacher nervously said, "Now settle down, children." Then a girl a few seats over said, "Hey, Miss Freaky, where's your old lady shoes?" And the laughter got a bit louder. And then another girl a few seats across stood up and said, "What's that smell? I think Miss Freaky is stinky." Which got the class laughing so loudly the students couldn't hear her requests to sit down and behave, which got the attention of the Chicken Wing Ninjas, who really enjoy watching students being cruel to substitute teachers. The Chicken Wing Ninjas quickly got out their smear bombs, special memory erasing already got rude bombs made from I want stomping sneakers and I got nothing pocket lint, crushed into an explosive powder that makes it hard to see what we have or remember what really matters. The Chicken Wing Ninjas began launching and dropping their smear bombs at the students, which created a cloud so big they could no longer see the school teacher as a person or as someone who has feelings and hurts like they do. One student shouted, "Hey, Stinky Freaky, you want some soap?" "Ha ha ha ha! She doesn't need any soap. She has to go back to the barn that she came from," another student said. "Ha ha ha, that's funny." After a few more minutes of being attacked with cruel insults, the substitute teacher became so upset she had to leave the class, which made the students jump with joy. The hurt the substitute teacher felt delighted the Chicken Wing Ninjas, and the joy the students felt because of it made the Chicken Wing Ninjas even more delighted to see things get way more messy than they could have ever hoped. The cruel insult and laughter of the students got the attention of Bizmo, the cleaning ninja troll, who knows how dangerous it can become when people no longer see the suffering they are causing, especially when that suffering makes them feel good. Bizmo quickly put on his wo-wo, special no-nonsense goggles that allow him to see through the world's worst. And this much smoke smear was pretty hard to see through without them. Bizmo leapt from the lockers he was watching from, just outside the classroom, and reached for his boom broom. With extra cleaning ninja skill, he cleared away the smoke smear, knocked the Chicken Wing Ninjas off balance with his spits, speech-purifying intelligence sponges, and sprayed help, healing energy liberating power on the students to help them see and to feel the harm of their cruelty. In a few moments, the laughter in the class stopped, and the students noticed the substitute teacher had left, and they began to feel terrible about how they treated her. The boy who first insulted her said, "I think we made her cry." And one of the girls that insulted her said, "She seemed really upset. I think we really hurt her." And everyone in the class bowed their heads in agreement. In a few moments, Miss Siddiqui returned and said to the children, "I know you are all so sorry, children, but do you all know what cruelty is and what it can do when it rules our behavior? Get out your history books, children, and let's take a look." The Chicken Wing Ninjas were not impressed with the substitute teacher's history lesson and thought it was a waste of their time. And so they took their smear bombs and left before they had to hear any more of this terrible lesson. The end. Do you see how the non-virtue of cruelty is a terrible, sneaky behavior that can make us feel good about hurting another, or how it can make us hurt someone to feel like we fit in? And how saying we're sorry doesn't really make it better, but learning about this behavior and how to overcome it does. With practice and training, I know you will. See you next time.